This is part 2 of how I made friends with a one-legged bird. So I was telling how I went to Buc-ee's. If you don't know what Buc-ee's is, go to part 1. And I make eye contact with a one-legged bird that's actually standing in the car next to me. And so now in part 2, I want to talk to you about if he came back or not. So eventually he does come back, this little bird, and I can identify him again because he only has one little leg. And he doesn't just come back next to me to the parking lot next to me. He actually comes and he stands over my side view mirror, which was crazy to me. He stands there with his one little leg, and I'm like, "Hey buddy, you're back." So I pull up my Rice Krispie treat and I start getting a little more than a bite-sized piece that he can actually handle, and he literally stays there, stares at me, and I roll my window down. He's there, he knows I'm not going to do anything to him, and I give him this one little snack with my hand, like right over his beak, right on his beak. He took it, he left, he never looked back, and that was it with my friend. Well, that made me think about how the Bible says that God watches over the sparrow, and the sparrow does not sow or plant or have a barn where they're gathering all their food, and yet God provides for them daily. And it got me to think how, I don't know how it is in your family. I know that there's always one person who's the warrior. There's a warrior and a warrior, but the warrior is that one person who it's their touch point, right? They're the touch point between family members, and they check in on everyone and try to make sure that everyone's okay. And it's very easy to fall in this constant state of worrying about everything, and even things that you can't control. So the past 5 years for my family and me have been the craziest years ever. The past 5 years, my family and I, we've been persecuted by the cartel because we're whistleblowers for a big case here in Texas. We actually bought from this company called Colony Ridge, and they had all of our information. We bought land from them. They stole from us, and they stalk us with the cartel. They're big donors of the governor here in Texas, and what they do is that they'll send the cartel where we're at and start stalking and harassing us. We've moved from place to place here in Texas. But even throughout all this hardship, I've been able to see the hand of God protecting us, protecting our family, and providing for us during really difficult circumstances. So if anything I've learned is that God's got us, and He will bring justice to situations where you thought it had no resolve before. So if there's anything you can learn from this, is that God's got your back. And just as birds don't have to worry about where they will be fed or their clothes on their backs, they have their feathers, He will take care of you too.